In the lobby of Financial Peace Plaza, Derek and Dyan are with us. Hey, guys, how are you?
We're great, Dave.
Hey,
Thanks for
Dave.
having us.
Welcome, welcome. Where do you live?
We're from Minot Air Force Base in sunny North Dakota.
Tropical.
Tropical. That's good. I like that. Hurricanes are a problem.
Yes,
sir. Well, thank you for your service, sir.
Thank
we
you for saying
appreciate
so.
it
Thank you,
very
Dave.
much. What do you do in the Air Force?
I'm a pharmacist by profession, sir.
Oh, very cool. Neat, neat. All right, fun. So you're here to do your debt-free scream?
Yes, sir.
How much have you paid off?
$740,760.
Do what?
It's a big number.
740 what?
$740,760.
$741,000.
I should say that does include, we sold our house. We live in base housing now, so we did, but that accounts for only 330 of it. 410 were a lot of student loans, credit cards, cars, the usual.
How long did this take?
Just 6 years.
Just 6 years.
Yes, sir. Just 72 long.
So 300 grand of it was house.
330 was house.
330 was house. Okay, so roughly 400 was student loans. A lot of them,
Yes,
Mr.
sir.
Pharmacist.
Yes, sir.
And the Air Force didn't take care of that.
And a doctorate, a PhD.
Oh,
so
and there's a PhD
doctorates.
standing beside you.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
that helps. Yeah. All right. And what's your PhD in?
Education.
Awesome. And what do you do?
I work for Pearson Education and Education Sales.
Oh, very cool. Good for you. Good. Absolutely amazing. And what's your household income then?
You know, when we started this, I didn't keep real good accounting of what was coming in, but I knew to the dime what was going out for bills. But
sure.
I think we started around 90, and we finished up this past year. We're just north of 210.
Wow.
Yes, sir.
Amazing. Well, it helps if you're in a big hole to have a big shovel.
Absolutely,
Yeah,
yes, sir.
that's a good thing.
Yes,
oh,
sir.
my goodness. 741, because you just don't look old enough, $741,000 in debt. I mean, you got little kids running around. Oh, my gosh. Wow. And that's 330 of that was the sale of the home. Where was the home located?
Colorado Springs, sir.
Okay. All right. Well, that's a good market. I'm glad
Yes,
you were able to get some good money out of that.
Thank goodness.
Yeah. Now, 330 was the sale of the price, sale price, or the...
That was the mortgage that we had on
That was
it.
the mortgage. What did it sell for?
We made 44.
Okay, so that helped a little bit,
So we
too.
had a little
then.
bit of equity.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right, got rid of the mortgage, and then that other went to the debt and everything else.
Absolutely.
But the big thing is for 6 long years, you've been attacking this. To be a pharmacist and a PhD. Oh, my goodness.
I felt every one of those prescriptions go out.
But, you know, I got to tell you, with the bizarre amounts of student loan debt, which is, I mean, you all had, how much of the 400 was student loan?
300 of it.
300.
Yes,
So you had just a massive student loan debt. At least, you know, as crazy as all that sounds, I can't breathe even talking about it. But, you know, the number of calls I get of people that have that kind of student loan debt. And what you're doing is you're yelling across America right now for 8 million people saying it can be done.
Yes, sir.
You have to be smart about actually the field you go into and those kinds of things. And it's not wouldn't ever suggest somebody do this on purpose, but if you find yourself there, you can get out.
Yes, sir.
That's the message. So what in the world do you tell people? I mean, people hear you've done this, they must be just, I'm flabbergasted, and I hear these numbers all the time. This is a big one, y'all.
Yes, sir.
This is huge. How did you do it? How do you get out of debt like this?
We came up with a system. It was all our own. It had nothing to do with you. We got on a budget, and this debt snowball. We came up with this.
Never heard
It's
of
all
it.
of our own program.
You guys are smart. You ought to market that.
No, it was we got on the same page. We did the budgeting for the first time in our marriage. It started when we found out that our son was going to be born, and I remember thinking, God, I'm not ready for this. Our family's not ready. We have a conversation if we're going to order a pizza at night, and something's wrong. And so we started making a budget. We got all the credit cards, cut them up, debt snowball. And my initial goal was sort of a half Dave Ramsey, half brilliant Derek Underhill program where I'm just going to do the credit cards. The student loans, we'll just keep those around for another 50 years. But as the snowball went going, as you say, it's all behavioral. We did the little tiny debts, and we just kept on going. And we finished the credit cards. And I said, you know, we finished the cars also, and I said, let's just keep on going. Let's just keep on pushing through. And Dyan just finished her PhD last year, and we paid off $130,000 of her student loans in that time. We just finished hers. So,
oh my goodness!
So by the time we got there, we had so much extra money and so much momentum. We just pushed on through.
Kept pushing all the way.
He had a graph a bar graph.
I'll bet he did.
Can
On
you
the
guess
fridge.
which of us is the nerd in the relationship?
It was a little annoying at first, the bar graph on the fridge in my face every day, because there was the big number, and that's where we were, way at the very bottom. And I
So-
kept going to the fridge, and I thought, this bar graph is ridiculous.
That's funny.
But it kept moving a little bit.
Yeah, as long as it's moving a little, you're okay. So from your perspective, with a PhD in education, what did you learn
Well,
as you went through this?
My PhD came after a career change, so I will say I also learned don't get a master's and then change your career and go back for another master's and PhD.
Okay.
So I highly encourage our children in the future to go into community college, decide what they want to do, and then pursue that path instead of just jumping right into
From
something they're not sure.
$100,000 decisions to $100,000 decisions.
Yes, but I've learned that it can be done. And honestly, when my husband presented this idea to me, it took probably a good year before I stopped calling him absolutely crazy. And I kept trying to do it. And now I find that I follow everything, and I said, I can do this. And I tell other people about it, that you can do it if you just keep sticking by.
Now, if you thought he was crazy for a year, why did you keep doing it?
Because I saw that something good was going to come out of it, and I believed in him, and he wanted to do it, so I supported him, even though I thought it was crazy.
Even though you wondered if it was going to work. It was hard
Yes.
for you to have the level of hope he did.
It did, especially
Yeah.
when we had the little lists, and I had my envelope to the grocery store, and I thought, how am I supposed to get diapers and formula and all that on this little envelope? But I said, okay, so I started exploring coupons and all those options and sales, and we figured it out. But he believed in it, so I believed in him, and then he changed my mind, and I'm a believer now too.
Well, then when it started working, it's hard
Yeah.
to not believe. Yeah, very cool. That progress does that. A sense of traction can make you believe you can go anywhere. That's very encouraging. It's very encouraging because it's $741,000 worth of debt in 6 years, making 90, now making 210.
Yes, sir.
So that's absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. So, what was the one thing, Derek, that as you got into this, you could see the math, I can tell. You could start to see the concept pretty quick. You grasped it, said, okay, we're going to dive in. But what was the one thing that caught you off guard, that you didn't see coming, that was harder than you thought or easier than you thought when you started?
Gosh, I thought I prepared myself for all your standard questions. Caught me on off my
I don't have any
feet
standard
there.
questions for people who pay off $700,000.
The one thing that caught me off guard, well, I can say that we've had our the pedal to the metal now for 6 years.
Yeah.
I am struggling, and I've heard you talk about a friend that you've got that grew up very poor, lived in literally a dirt floor, and I was fortunate enough that I didn't have to grow up like that. But I made so many stupid decisions in my 20s that when I got a family, I said I can't go back to that. So I'm still trying to run away from the idiocy of my 20s. And now that we're finished, I'm finding that I'm still having trouble taking my foot off the pedal. I'm still making spreadsheets and planning and scheming. So that is the bit of a struggle. I'd like to take the kids to Disney one of these days.
Sure.
That sort of thing. But
Do they, at their age, did they have any concept of what's going on?
They know
my
who
son
you
here brought a $100 bill to show you,
Yeah.
as you know, and he at the age of 4. He could do your entire monologue as he took a bath. So he got everything from dead as dumb all the way out. So he knows exactly what we're doing. Our daughter is about to be 4, and she'll learn. She'll pick it up.
And you brought both sets of parents with you?
Just my parents.
Your
My
parents,
father's
okay.
80th birthday was this weekend,
man.
so we came in for that
Fun.
celebration as
Okay,
well.
to do the debt scream as
Yes,
well.
sir.
Very fun. All right, it's Derek and Dyan from North Dakota, and let's get everybody gathered up for a debt-free scream. Man, this is a good one. Count
ready?
it down. Let's hear it.
Here we go. 3, 2, 1. We're debt-free!
Wow! $741,000 paid off in 6 years. That's amazing. Man, if you weren't watching that one on the television, oh, you missed one. This is the Dave Ramsey Show.